Explaining the origins of Christmas traditions. Day 6, Santa Claus. It's St. Nicholas Day. Let's talk about him. Yeah, most people know this one already. There's no secret potential origin or mostly unknown thing about it. St. Nicholas of Myra is the origin of Santa Claus. But that doesn't mean there isn't history to cover. St. Nicholas was born around 280 AD near Myra, which is modern-day Turkey. He was born into great wealth, but gave it all away over the course of his life to help the poor and the sick. He later became the Bishop of Myra as well. One of Nicholas's most iconic stories was when he dropped 3 sacks of gold down a chimney so a father could afford to keep taking care of his daughters and not need to sell them into slavery. The sacks landed in stockings that were drying in the fireplace, starting the legend of Santa coming down the chimney and leaving stuff in your stockings. Another popular story is how he had brought 3 boys back to life after a nefarious butcher had chopped them up and placed them in a pickling barrel. This is why Nicholas is the patron saint of children and why Santa Claus is often known to pay attention to children the most. Interestingly, while St. Nicholas is officially recognized as a saint, I mean it's in the name, we don't know if or when he was formally canonized. The legend of St. Nicholas eventually evolved into Sinterklaas, whose name is Dutch shorthand for St. Nicholas. This is where our more modern idea of Santa Claus comes from. Sinterklaas was commonly depicted wearing a red bishop's robe with a long white beard and had a book of records for kids who were naughty or nice and gave gifts accordingly. Though he arrived on a steamboat instead of a sleigh and was assisted by a chimney sweep instead of elves. Sinterklaas is still the predominant version of Santa in Belgium and surrounding areas to this day. Many believe that Santa Claus, as he is depicted today, a jolly fat man, was invented by Coca-Cola, but this isn't true. In actuality, the modern version comes from the 1821 and 1823 poems Old Santa Claus with Much Delight and The Night Before Christmas. These poems were also the origin of his flying sleigh and reindeer. Coca-Cola didn't use him in marketing until the 1920s, meaning that our version of Santa predates Coca-Cola's usage of him by 100 years. The name Santa Claus may have come from how Englishmen of New Amsterdam, later New York, would mispronounce Sinterklaas after hearing Dutch migrants speak of him, meaning his name may have been the result of a game of telephone from St. Nicholas. And as for the elves, beats me.